Hey guys, it's Cam K and welcome back to the next episode of the 64 team tournament in NCAA football. And we are into the West region where we kick it off with Oklahoma, the number 1 seed versus 16 seed Hawaii. So coming into the game, Oklahoma sitting at 12-1. Quarterback Jalen Hurts with another fantastic year. 32 passing touchdowns on 3,600 yards and 18 rushing touchdowns as well to go along with 1,200 rushing yards. So a big year from him. But we picked this one up at the final, 59-21. As you can see, touchdown in the back of the end zone right there. Jalen Hurts fitting that in there perfectly. So it is going to be a big blowout win for Oklahoma. Looks like Jalen Hurts had a hell of a game. You already see 2 touchdowns right there. And it looks like he is going to be the player of the game. 7 touchdowns, 554 yards through the air. So he has a great game as we move on to the 8-9 matchup. That is Texas taking on Texas A&M. It's really a rivalry trying to be renewed. They haven't played as recently, but the Texas coach has called to try and pick up the rivalry back up again. Both teams coming into the game 7-5, so looking to kind of kickstart something here at the beginning of this tournament to try and get some momentum going. Both teams not having very great years, but this game could turn it around. So we pick it up late in the fourth, 1:15 to go. Texas trying to drive the length of the field here. Not the length of the field, just 30 yards to get a score. But they do pass it deep over the middle, and that's going to be picked off. Ehlinger taking a risk downfield with still a minute left in the game and doesn't pay off. So Texas A&M have a chance to maybe win this game. They have a screen pass out to the running back who's going to get tripped up by his offensive lineman. And that's not going to do anything there. So they do have another chance here on 2nd and 23 with 8 seconds remaining. Let's see what they try and do here. I have a feeling they're just going to take a shot deep downfield towards the end zone. He does try and take a chance, but he does take a sack. But in 3rd and 30 right here, still 5 seconds left, so they can take another chance here. But it's deep back here, and I don't see it happening here, but they are going to take a shot downfield. Kellen Mond launches it downfield, and it is going to be tipped away, so we are going to head to overtime. Only a 16-16 game, so both defenses really putting it on the performance here. Texas A&M drop back, have a running back screen pass that is going to fall short at the 10-yard line, so 4th and goal right here. They are going to have to kick a field goal. And the field goal is up, and it is good. So we move on to Texas's possession in overtime. Here on 3rd and 4, they try and sneak a run play in, but Texas A&M are having none of that, so they are going to have to kick a field goal as well to send it to double overtime. So Texas's field goal attempt is up, and it is good as well. So we head to double overtime. 19-19. Texas will have the first possession of this one as they drop back to pass. Ehlinger looking for an option, throws across his body, cannot find his receiver, and that's going to be incomplete, and they're going to have to kick another field goal here. And it is up and good as well. So Texas A&M can end it with a touchdown. So 1st and goal right here. Kellen Mond drops back to pass, looking for an option, finds a receiver over the middle, and he is going to get in the end zone. So Texas A&M are going to take it 9-8. Texas A&M win the rivalry game over Texas. As you can see there, 25-22, a very, very low-scoring game in the first 4 quarters before getting to overtime. Both defenses causing some turnovers, not giving up too many yards. So that's going to set up an Oklahoma-Texas A&M matchup in the Holiday Bowl as we move on to the 5-12 matchup of Appalachian State versus Arizona State. It is going to be Arizona State taking a big 45-21 victory over App State. So the Pac-12 team, Arizona State, showing App State that they should probably join a power conference and see how they can do there. As Eno Benjamin, 3 touchdowns on the ground, 2 through the air. Big game from him Arizona State rushing attack really took over, and it was just too much for Appalachian State to handle. As we move on to the 4-13 matchup of Penn State versus Cal. Penn State coming into the game 10-2. Cal coming into the game 7-5. They have a really good defense. They had the college football league leader in tackles, Evan Weaver, with 172. So we do pick it up late in the fourth. Penn State have to score and get the onside kick, but they're backed up in their own field position. They do have a man over the top, deep down the sideline. It is Ricky Slade, 21-yard reception. He does get out of bounds to stop the clock, so they are on the other side of the 50. They do have time to score here. So let's see if Clifford can get them into the end zone. Dumps it off short, and they are going to get a 5-yard reception and not call a timeout. What in the world are they doing? And he spikes it with only 4 seconds left, so they're going to have a shot at the end zone, and they're not going to have enough time at all. I think it's going to be the end of the clock as they take a shot to the end zone, so I think this is going to do it. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, 0. They do take a shot to the end zone, but it falls. Oh, it actually is caught at the 1-yard line, but no touchdown, and time runs out. So Cal, they do pull it off. They do force 3 turnovers on Penn State, but they have 4 turnovers as well. So 3 interceptions from Davis right there, the strong safety. So that sets up a Arizona State versus Cal Cheez-It Bowl after back-to-back upsets, 12-13 moving on. We do move on to the other side of the bracket where 6 versus 11 Navy and Louisiana will kick off this side of the region. Navy 10-2 coming into the game. Navy down 6 here late in the game. Malcolm Perry under center in that triple option attack. Center running back in motion. It is going to be a triple option. He pitches it to the running back who is going to get into the end zone. Taz Malloy, and Navy take a late lead in the fourth quarter if they can hit the extra point, and they do hit the extra point. So Louisiana need to drive the field here and score to win this game. So a minute remaining, and the quarterback does get a pass off, but that is deflected away. The diving receiver cannot catch it, so it's going to be a deep 4th and 13 right here. They're going to need to pick up the first down to keep their chances alive. They still do have all 3 timeouts, so I mean they could get it back after a punt if they can stop that Navy rushing attack. They go deep down the sideline, and that's going to be dropped by the receiver. He was wide open, and they do not get the ball back. And as you can see right there, Navy 299 yards on the ground, and that moves us on to the 3 versus 14 matchup of Utah versus BYU, and it is the Holy War here. That is the name of this rivalry game coming into it. A big rivalry game coming into this one. Utah coming in 11-2, just lost the Pac-12 championship to Oregon. BYU coming into the game at 7-5. They're looking to bounce back. So we pick it up late in the fourth. Utah down 2 late in this game. 2 minutes remaining. The receiver catches it over the middle, and he's going to break a couple tackles and get into the end zone. Devonta Henry Cole, the backup running back, getting the pass off, catching the pass, and breaking a bunch of tackles. And Utah have a big fourth quarter to win this football game. 21 points in the fourth quarter, and they shut out BYU in the fourth to come back and win this game. So Utah move on 35-29 over BYU. That moves us on to the 7-10 matchup of Washington and Tennessee. Washington coming into the game at 8-5, Tennessee coming into the game at 7-5. So both teams having pretty average years, and it is going to be the Washington Huskies taking it over Tennessee 34-24. Very tight game, but only narrowly winning by 10 points. Washington Huskies as they move on. That moves us to the 2 versus 15 matchup. Oregon 11-2 on the year, have just won the Pac-12. Utah State coming to the game 7-6, looking to try and find some momentum and get a big upset of a 15 seed over a 2 seed. As we pick it up late in the fourth, it is Oregon down by a 1 late in the game. They have a receiver down the sideline. He cannot get out of bounds. So they have to take a quick shot at the end zone, and it's going to fall incomplete. And that's going to do it. It looks like the backup quarterback was in the game, so Oregon's starter got hurt late in this game, and the backup cannot do it as Utah State, the 15 seed, win it over the 2 seed as they knock out the Oregon Ducks. So we have another 15-2 seed victory. So that will set up a Navy-Utah Sun Bowl and a Washington-Utah State Red Box Bowl. But like always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any more games in this tournament. And next time out, we will be starting the round of 32 games.